Hey, what's up guys? Little man with a big opinion here. Today's video is another supply chain shortage video, but not for something most people would have thought of. This article is from January 16th of 2022, so it is a month old today. But at least in my area, the effects are starting to actually materialize. It's from NBC San Diego. Pet food shortage, pet stores feeling effects of supply chain problems. The thing at the very end is not something that I would have been expecting to be a issue for this, but increased pet ownership. For everyone worried during the pandemic and all of the civil unrest going on, gun sales went through the roof, which meant more people needed to purchase ammo, and no one could find ammo. Same can be said for the pet food shortage. Basically, people were stuck at home. They felt lonely. They went out and got pets. And tie that in with not enough truck drivers to bring in the supplies needed, and also just creating the dog food is more expensive, which means shipping it's more expensive, and some pet food manufacturers are having to wait even longer to get their supplies to make the pet food. So multiple layers of supply chain issues. Whole reason why I bring this up, I never thought to look for this in my news videos, is I was at my Walmart last night. We were getting milk and cereal so I can have some more cereal for breakfast. And we heard two of the workers talking. And the one guy said, I think it's time to stock up on my dog's food because we're going to run out here soon. And the other guy made the comment of, so we went late at night. It was about 10. I think our Walmart closes at 11, so they were already in the restocking process. But the other guy said, the last 3 trucks that I've unloaded, there hasn't been any dog food on it at all. Which gives me the impression that they typically have dog food on every truck that comes in. So take a look at your shelves. If you're starting to see less and less of certain brands, typically, the complete low-end food and the complete high-end food are what's going to go first. And that's because some pet owners, have to feed their dog, salmon and buffalo and dinosaur, and it costs, $15 for 1 pound of it. And some pet owners get a 75-pound bag that costs $30, and it feeds their dog for a month, and they move on. And there's so many options, it's kind of hard to tell if there is a shortage on dog food. The only way that you'll really tell is the dog food that you get your pet is out. But that area in the store is so large that it can sometimes look like it's not, completely out. Maybe they're just running a little bit low on what you typically get. But as a prepper, the only solution to this is stocking up while you have a chance, substituting some of your pet's dog food with, us human stuff. So, for example, we every once in a while put an egg in our dog food. We put some pumpkin in the dog food. We put leftover chicken from something in our dog food. And they like it. It's a treat. Um, we're already doing, a grain-free dog food as is. So, you know, if you wanted to make that leap to, just feeding them, your own idea of a dog food, it will probably be more expensive than what they already have. But, like I preach in a lot of my videos, if you're striving towards self sustainability, then part of that self sustainability is also taking care of your pets. So, most of the dog foods out there will last about a year. And some of them, if you seal them up, you can get anywhere from, 2 to 5 out of them. It's very similar to, our food. As long as bugs can't get into it, uh, its only bad factor is it does have fats and oils in it. Uh, but a lot of dog food is the main ingredients like rice or corn, and then there's just a little bit of protein in it. So you can feed your dog the same thing you're storing away. Rice, beans, canned chicken, just mixing that stuff together. If you've got chickens, giving them, an egg or two in there for protein. Uh, if you have any other livestock, feeding them that meat, probably a good thing. Um, in the near future, I plan on having rabbits. They breed like crazy. Um, I should definitely have enough rabbit food left over to give the dog some too. But lastly, I tell you this information so you can be prepared. Because most people probably don't have that year's worth of dog food sitting around. I think we only have like 5 or 6 months worth of dog food. Uh, and it's partially because we get a little lazy. It's partially because it is kind of expensive. Uh, you know, if you've got it in your budget, to get to the point where you have a year's worth of dog food and you just maintain it, sweet. Because the last thing I'd say is it also takes up a lot of space, especially if you have more than one dog. Between my 2 dogs, we go through a 35-pound bag of dog food every 2 weeks. So they're eating 70 pounds in a month. So that's 840 pounds of dog food for a year. That's a lot of space. I actually don't know where I would keep the extra 6 bags because the closet that I've got the other dog food in is already pretty full. Uh, but before the shelves run empty and the trucks are not bringing in enough, uh, I think that's your last chance to get yourself prepared. And, on the new side of things, I wouldn't doubt if the dog food thing turns into the thing with toilet paper. You got some people saying, uh, "Wow, you're evil and you're a douche or whatever," because you bought like 6 pounds or 6 bags of dog food, knowing there was going to be a shortage, to take care of your animals, and now the other person doesn't have what they need. And to that, there's no right or wrong answer. Uh, because obviously, if you're only going to use, one bag in the same time period, they're going to use one, then why do you get 6? I can understand their argument. Um, my cousin, uh, my mom posted some video of a cat jumping over toilet paper, and they put it all in a line, and they jump over and they add more toilet paper on top of it. My mom said, "Hey, you should do this," uh, and I said I could completely fill the doorway and more, and then have the cat like jump through and like act like it's breaking down a wall. And this was right around the same time as the toilet paper issue. Um, and my cousin just made a snide comment of, "Oh, so that's why I can't buy toilet paper because you bought it all." I shot right back. You know, I have all of this toilet paper because over the last 3 years, I would buy an extra, you know, package of it every time I bought toilet paper. You could have done the same thing. Same thing can be done with food. Same thing can be done with water storage. Same thing can be done with the dog food in this scenario. Because, your pets are an extension of your family. Some people treat them, you know, as their children or even better than their children. Uh, and so if you're not prepping for them, then I think you're a terrible person. Uh, but like every, prepping item, you buy what you need for the week or the month or however you do your shopping. And then you add a little bit extra on top, and, eventually you'll start to see that you've got a pretty decent pile of X good or, Y ammo or whatever. Same can be said with the dog food. Except I believe, based on what people are saying, stocking at the Walmart, this news article that I'll put in the description down below. That way you can read it. I think we're past the point of, oh, I buy 2 bags every time I need one just so I can put one away. I think we're past that point, and we're at the point of, you know take care of yourself and your family in the best way you can, and that is, you know stacking to the rafters. Uh, but with that, let me know what you think down below. Let me know if there's anything else that they're predicting a shortage of. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this prepper news update with a friend or family member. I'll catch you in the next one.